Okay, I lost connection for just a second there. But let me get set up on my iPad so I can see you as you're coming in. Let's see. Yep. Alrighty. So I can see. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, turn that sound down. And I am good, I think. Facing the right way. Yeah, I've got some serious lag. Alrighty. Alright, I think I'm good. Maybe. Maybe. I am going to, I think I'm going to work in my journal some, but I actually got some new craft supplies too. And so I was going to give everybody an option to see what you wanted to do. If you would like to say hi when you come in, I know you're here. Turn my sound down. Okay. That way I can see the comments. I had gotten some more mica sprays and some more, I got some cute little die cut, or some dies. It's Stamp Timber going on at Simon Says Stamps. And I got this cute little cat with the little witch's hat. And these little stack of pumpkins. I don't know. I haven't opened them yet. I'm not sure if you can do it without the face or not, but that would be nice if you had that option. And then this is a slimline card size spiderweb dies with a couple a die with a couple of spiders on it. So I thought if everybody, depending on what you wanted to see. Well, hi Lydia, hi April. Are y'all in the mood for journaling, or are you in the mood for some card playing, or not playing cards? I'm not playing cards, or playing with some sprays and let's see. You've probably seen my mica sprays, and then I got these two, Tree Lot and Jack-o'-lantern, and I got some of these, the regular Distress spray stain. Spray stain. That did not come out right. I don't know why I was so slow on the draw to these sprays. Probably because I've had some from like Delusion, you know, like Diane Reevely and Dina Wakely, and I make such a mess with them, but they do come out pretty, and you can use them in your journal for backgrounds or on cards, die cuts, all kinds of things. But I do have some catching up to do in my journal too. So I thought I would just play, unless you have a preference. I am way behind in my journal. Happy to see whatever. Okay. All right. Well, maybe let me start with some, backgrounds. Doing the backgrounds kind of is a good warm-up for me, I think. It just kind of gets my brain in the crafting mood. And then I never know where it's going to go from there. So let me get myself set up for that. And yeah, I think we'll start with that if that's all right. And I've got, hold on, you probably can't hear me because I was aiming my face the other way. I haven't done prompt week yet, Lydia. I know I'm only, 2 weeks behind? But I've got them printed out, and I actually was thinking I might just start tomorrow and do next week. Struggling with this book page background. Don't know why, but I am a little bit. and it's all right. This was, let's see, last Wednesday. I know I'm gonna put some green, that ink that I did for the Inspired to Create. I was thinking about continuing that green over on this side. And I was thinking about stamping just some, these are those rubber stamps I was playing with if you watched that video. So I thought about just stamping in some texture for a background. No rush or pressure. Yeah, I know. That's why I like that. I mean, it just, you know, you can, it's not a set. It's kind of like challenge, the Inspired to Create. There's no set time or anything. You just do it as you can. And those are the best kind to me because, well, we can't always get to them at the same time, right? This is that bag. She was so sweet to send me all of this. Her name is Melissa at a Paper Piece. And yeah, I know I love these stamps. She sent me all of these Dina Wakley stamps. And that was so sweet. So I think I'm just going to put this, just ink up this one background real quick while I'm thinking about it. And then move on to maybe this week or something like that. And yeah, because see, I had already used this stamp on this background on that page, so I really am, I have not journaled at all. Oop. Just not been doing it. I've been playing, when I do get a chance to craft, I've been playing with my sprays and die cuts, and it's starting the time of the year that I really like to get into making cards. And so my brain is kind of in that direction, but yet I still crave my journal. See, that wasn't a hard background, was it? Well, I thought I would use these other stamps too, but maybe not. I think that is sufficient. I don't have to have a lot of background. I have figured that out. Should I add? Maybe. I don't do well with a busy background, maybe. Maybe that's my problem. I know the whole point of like junk journaling and, you know, is to use a book page and not having that white background that intimidates some people. But I have found that that doesn't bother me. Oh yeah, okay, that'll work. I like that too. Let me erase my day and number up here and get some off this page. Yeah, that ended up being a pretty good combination. Not too busy. And I carried the color that I had already used from here to here, so it looks like I had done the whole background first. So I like that. Maybe one more up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a partial one down here. How's that? I think that should be sufficient. I don't even know if I have baby wipes in here to wipe off my stamps. So how is your weekend? If you've, I think I mentioned, I can't remember if I mentioned in a video that my daughter was broken down. You know, she had converted an old school bus and has been traveling the country. And she's been broken down in Yellowstone Park for this week, most of the week anyway. And so she has been, I'm trying to think, I didn't do Tuesday or Monday. Yay. I tell you what, I'm going to start with today and work backwards. I tend to do best that way. Yeah, I like the pages to be writable too. Yeah, this isn't too bad, and I know some people would have turned them upside down or whatever, and I think that would have driven me nuts. But, you know, you can always cover it, I guess, is the idea. I really wanted to start using some of my book pages, and so that was why I just kind of said, let's go for it, and use, and they were the perfect size for my journals. I couldn't believe that book. This is the book I got my pages out of, and it's a guide to home landscaping. And I love the size of this book, and that's should be no surprise because it's about the exact same size as my journal. So it worked out too perfectly not to use them. Now, I think I'm going to use some of my, let's see, I'm not going to use the mica stain. Oh wait, these are my mica stain. My bad. I think I'm going to use some of these distress spray stain. That's a mouthful. I think I'm going to use some of those for my background. What do you think? That might be fun to play with. And I do have the colors in the Delusions. I think I have teal and magenta. And I know I've got black and white. And I know that I have one other why do I keep calling it distress spray? Hey, that doesn't want to come off. Let me think about it. This is vintage photo. I don't know if I'm going to play with this one or not. I had seen one of the card maker channels. She was stamping with vintage photo. Like, she'd spray it on a little block, and she'd spray a little bit of vintage photo and a little bit of the salvage patina. And when you kind of mix it, it makes the prettiest green. And I was so surprised, but I guess that makes perfect sense. So I thought I might try. I'm kind of eager to try that. So I thought I might. Of course, she was using it, you know, to make a card. I guess I should have opened these before I got on, but that would have made too much sense. Anyway, I kind of wanted to see what that combination, if I could get it to come out that same green that she did. So, but I really like finding a way to make my craft supplies serve more than one purpose. So, having them, okay, here is my clear mat. So I'm going to spray, let me get my stamp picked out. Let me get my baby wipes ready, because I know I'm going to need, or these aren't baby wipes, but you get the idea. Let me clean off this. I think I'm going to use, I don't want to mix this green that I had on here with the other green, because this is kind of it's evergreen bough. It's kind of like a bluer green, and that's not what I'm going after here. Or I don't think that is what I'm going after. It might be what I get. Anyway, so I'm going to spray a little bit of, this is vintage photo. Now, I don't know, do any of y'all use the these spray stain, I can't say it. I'm just not going to say it. The sprays. Do any of y'all use those much? All right, so that was vintage photo. This is salvage patina. And I think I need a little bit of water, or a lot of water. And I'm going to continue with this one. Yes, I do. I was thinking I didn't have my big stamp block, but I do. Okay, good. April, you just got your first order of sprays. The micas or the regular sprays? Can you see that off to my right? Okay, good. See that green that's coming out of that? Because that is it's a yellow brown and then the blue. So yellow and blue make green, right? I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. It makes a really pretty, well, right now I just see the brown mostly. But it's making a pretty green in that mixture. I think I needed more of the salvage patina. There we go. But I figured I'd do something a little different than my usual backgrounds. There we go. I started off a little more brown than I ended up with. I'm going to put this under here. Those pages don't bleed. They've been pretty good about not bleeding. I just don't want to get it all over my journal. Here we go. I like that. I love those dots as a background. I think it's my number up here, but I'm going to try. I already got part of it wet, so okay. So how's your weekend? Let's see. I'm reading the comments. Let me put my iPad a little closer to me. Here we go. You have one Distress Oxide spray. Yes. And April got the micas. I have some of the Distress. I have more Distress Oxide than the regular Distress. I never really saw the need for both until here lately. And then I realized I always knew what the difference was between the two, but I never really knew I don't want to say the value. I never really understood the need for the regular Distress, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want that to sound like I didn't see the value in them exactly, but I didn't see the value in what I was going to do with them. If that makes sense. Here we go. All right, this has taken a little longer than what I normally play with, but the little cubes that I have are the regular Distress. I used to always do my backgrounds with the oxides, and I still like those, but they do give a very different look. They give a much chalkier look, or I don't want to say chalky, but more of a matte finish. Okay. Well, I'm tickled with that mixture. I'm glad, well, I can't get the pages apart now. I'm really tickled with that mixture, because I guess I should let it dry or I'm going to lose all the dots. I just never thought about that making green, but because the vintage photo is a much yellower, yeah, it's a yellow brown. I'm going to set this over here to the side while this dries, because I don't want all my dots to run together. And while I do that, I'm going to talk about some of the things I printed out. So, what I was saying about my daughter being broken down this week, she got the bus fixed and is back on the road. So that's very good. And so I've got her bus clip art right here. So that's for yesterday. And today, my husband worked on building this cage. This is one of my raised beds where I'm going to plant some of my broccoli. and he's building this. This is just out of PVC, but then he's going to put wire on the top and on the sides. Because last year the squirrels, we worked so hard planting all this broccoli and the squirrels ate it. I mean, they just ate the head right off the broccoli plant. So we didn't really get broccoli. So that's for today. And then he cut grass. He had a busy day today. I, however, did not. Yeah, the oxides are chalky. April, yeah, they have, the oxide has a, I don't want to say chalky. They have more of a matte, opaque is the word I'm looking for. Opaque. Yeah. Where the Distress inks are just like a clear color, clear ink, and they'll layer. Oxides are meant to, no, Distress will blend. Oxides are meant to kind of layer on each other, I think. So if you put one oxide color on top of the other, I think one will cover up the other, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And let's see, yesterday we went, we got the rest of our blackberries to fill up our trellis. So he did that yesterday. This morning, this was my morning. So sometimes I walk like that. Sometimes, like this morning, it was like that. And then sometimes I look like that. Yeah. So, I woke up this morning and my hip hurt so bad. Now, my hip on my good leg, not my bad leg. So I was like, alrighty, how do I walk? Because I don't know which leg to limp on, right? So I have had a very quiet day. We didn't go to church. I spent most of the day between ice heating pads and Advil. The only thing that I can think of that we did yesterday is the little old lady that I go see. She was having one of her outside security lights was out, and so my husband went and he, let me see if I can zoom y'all down a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Okay. He was fixing her light, and she had given me this potting table. Really well. I mean, her husband had built it for decades ago, you know, and it was very, very heavy metal with heavy wood on top. And I'm going to be so excited to have it in my garden. But we were trying to get it on the trailer, on the truck. And I was trying to help him carry, I was trying to carry one end of it. And it was so heavy, all I could do was kind of gimp a couple steps and set it down. And, I was just trying to carry the one end. And my legs aren't used to me carrying extra weight. So I guess that was more than my hip could take. I don't know. I can think of. But, so I'm just now getting like up and walking around today. So it's been a very quiet day for me. So, all right, so I think that's dry. And I've got that, and he worked circles. I mean, he just went and built all the things, did all the things, and I'm up here like this. So, and this is my girl and her, look, the little doggy, so cute. Aren't they precious? I was gonna say it was my girl and her boy and her dog, but that didn't quite come out like I had wanted it to. Alrighty, so what else do I have for that page? Well, maybe not a whole lot. We might have to put my caddy picture on here. Well, I guess I can come back and add something about doing the live. I didn't, wasn't sure I was going to do that when I was printing these pictures off, or these, you know, my clip art. What I really need to do is sit here and go through all of my envelopes, my little packets that I have all my clip art stored in. I need to, or the big basket over here to the right, I need to go through all that, clean it up and reorganize it so that I can function in here. But anyway, so so what have y'all been making anything this weekend? Have you been crafting? Let's see. Oh, and I was going to show you the other colors that I got of those sprays too. And then, if you want, do you want to see me do some of the die cut stuff too after I make this page? I'm kind of eager to play with them, I think. Oh, well, that was yesterday. Actually, this was yesterday. So, oh, I need to know, what is today? I had even pre-cut all my numbers. What is today? The 17th, I think. Yes. The 17th. And it is a Sunday. Here we go. Well, at least I can get today's page done. No crafting, just been cleaning. Yeah, I need to be doing that. I need to clean my craft space too. But, and sometimes that's fun. It's not all bad. Sometimes that can be really fun. But, here we go. Yay, I'm actually getting a page done in my journal. See, I knew if I brought you along with me that I would get something done. When I'm in here by myself, I tend to just piddle. You know, I'm like, oh, I'll start on this, and then, well, I can finish that later. And then I end up not getting anything done. I might get stuff cut out, or, you know, but I don't actually get the pages done. And then, of course, here I have that cute little die cut, that church die cut that I cut all those out. And I didn't even use it. And I'm not even going to get to use it today. So, let's see. I don't think that I need... yeah, I think I'll put this over here. And then, all right, so... let's see, Monday here, didn't get any crafty time over the weekend. I forgot that it's already Monday there. February and June, do you want to tell us where you... I mean, I know, but I don't want to say it if you don't want anybody to know. The kids' home, yeah. Oh, out in the sun. Oh, oh, that's right, it's spring there, or it's gonna be spring, or it's turning into spring. I forget. We're looking forward to the cool down, and you're just getting going. Let's see. I think I'm almost tempted to tip that in, and then I'm gonna put Well, let me think. Might do this over here and then let this page be about something else. Okay, yeah, I like that. I was going to use this for writing, and so I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually tried writing over this yet, like directly on it. I've written on a flip out, but it's going to be interesting. So, I guess I can always, like, you know, tear off a piece of dyed paper or something like that if it bothers me that much. I think it will be fine. Let's see, this is for this day. They got the bus running last night, so that's for this day. She sent me this picture of them today, and I'm not going to glue it in because I think I want to, I don't know if I want to tip it in. Look at that color. Can you see how pretty that is? I don't know if you can see the variation in that color. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I really like how that turned out. So I think I will do that again for this page and then let it dry. And while it's drying, I will, I'm going to open up those die cuts so we can play or look at them. Let's see. Because I still have all this ink over here. You know, I could, let's try, oh, I'm knocking stuff over here. I got it, right, y'all? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, so this is what I normally would do. Right, just put the blobs down. Let me erase this before I get this one wet. Okay, so this is what I would normally do, is just kind of blob it down. Although I did like using the stamp. That was fun for a chain, you know, something different. So I can do a little bit more of that. Let me add some more water to that. And I really don't mind. They say that these sprays is more pigmented. It's the same as what's in the little cubes, the ink cubes, but they say that the sprays are more concentrated pigment. So if that, you know, helps you decide on what you would get, or I don't typically use the distress inks for like regular stamping. But I am today because this is more like a watercolored pattern. Yeah, I kind of liking those dots. What do you think? You're excited for it to be warm in New Zealand. Yeah. Our winters don't get quite, y'all get pretty cold winter. You get snow, right? We don't typically get that kind of winter here in Florida. And I'm sure that if we did, we would be, you know, chomping at the bit for warm weather afterwards too. But we don't. It, you know, still gets chilly here, but it's not quite like that. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. And let me see. Okay, so put this over here. I'm not used to having my iPad. It's on my little table to my right. I'm not used to having it in here while I craft. So I've got something taking up space that isn't normally, yeah. Yep. So that, it's sitting in the place that I would have normally, like, set my journal. All right, so these are from Simon Says Stamp. And this is their, you know, September is stamp timber in the Simon Says Stamp world. So that is what, okay, so there is not the option of doing it without the faces. The faces are built in. It's all one die. And do you think I thought to bring some orange paper in here? Nope. I have white paper. So this is the little kitty cat I was talking about when I was showing you that purple, the little sheet of paper that I said I was going to die cut the hat. I don't know if I'm going to die cut the whole hat. Let's see. What are our options here? Because I was thinking off memory that this cat had a little, what would you call that? Not a robe, but not a cape. It's not Superman. What would you call that? Oh, good. The hat's separate and that's separate. And the face is separate. Okay. Oh, good. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to do it all out of white. Let's see. So that's this one. And that's this one. And that's what the sprays are for, right? So this one, I thought that I would, and I was going to make a separate video about this, but you know what? I decided just to turn on the camera, do a live, and we're just going to play. At least for a little while. Alrighty. That out of here. So we have, I was thinking about spraying this with that. What's the one that looks so silver? I'll have to remind myself which color that is. There was the Decayed, and then there was one that was Iron Gate, I think. I'm not going to take the little spiders off just yet. Well, actually, I'm going to set this right here. Now, I'm going to make some racket because I did bring my die cut machine in here. I have, but you got to bear with me a little bit because I'm going to get out from underneath this table. I have the large, and I'm going to set it up here so you can see how big it is. This is my Spellbinders Platinum. It's not the regular one. It's the biggest one. Hey, Delana. Hi, I'm glad that you got to pop in. We're playing. We were playing with journals. Now we're playing with die cuts and inks and sprays and all the things. And then these sides open up like this. This one is 8.5 wide. It holds a full-size sheet of paper. And I got this one because I like having the option of running the full sheet of paper in it. And then you have your platform and you run it through. But that's why I haven't shown die cutting on my channel. Because it doesn't fit. It's so big it doesn't fit my camera frame. So, I have to my right. Alrighty, let me get it situated and then I can die cut. So Delana, how are you doing? Have you had a crafty weekend? I have not crafted this weekend. This is actually my first attempt at crafting this weekend. Other than I got something out of the mailbox that was crafty. Love to be doing that, getting ready to edit. Yeah, I gotcha. You working on pictures for your journal? All right, so I have, this is my gnarly beat up cutting plate. And we were playing some of these distress. I still am not going to say it right, am I? Distress spray stains and the micas. Yes, the mica sprays. But I am determined I'm not going to say that right. Okay, so I just have regular white cardstock. I'm going to, it's not even very thick. This is not real good. It said it was 110 pounds, but don't be fooled by that. If it says 110 pounds, look at the grain on it. Now, my top plate looks a little bit better than my bottom plate, because obviously it doesn't get cut into. A little bit. Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, I almost saved this and went live tomorrow morning. I was like, no, he's in there watching football, and I just wasn't in a football mood tonight. So, all right, so I'm going to, I said, I'm just going to go play. All right, so I'm going to flip them over like that and run them through the machine just like that. And you're going to hear some cracking and crunching. Have any of y'all used a die cut machine before? I know that that's not the typical, you know, journal. I'm going to do this one separately. We don't typically use die cuts and things, but you do mostly in card making. February and Lydia, do you have a die cut machine? Okay. Did y'all hear all getting crunching? All right, so this is, all right, so here's our spider web. See how big and bulky mine is, though? It's definitely not for videoing, you know. And then all this. Oh, I don't have my little, have a little brush thing or a little bristle thing that you can just roll over it and it gets all this out. I did not think to bring all that in. This is not where I usually do this. I don't usually do that in this, at this table, in this room. You've heard me talk about my separate space for my card making stuff. Mostly use it for, yes, the embossing folders are gorgeous. Delana, have you ever done any die cutting? Or like with the embossing folders or anything? Or are you just strictly journal? Although I do find ways of using this stuff in my journal. I mean, it might not be something I would buy specifically for my journal, but all right. So see, this is where it gets a little tricky because you got to keep, you don't have to keep the eyes and nose. See these little dots up here? That's the eyes and the nose. And usually I have my tape and I don't have my tape in here. All right, so here's the hat. Here's the little band of the hat. And we need all these eyes for these jack-o'-lanterns because we're going to have to color them and glue them back in. And I'm going to be lost without my tape. I might have to go get it. But anyway, see these? Here we go. That little kitty cat turned out cute though. He's super cute. And they give you the, this piece. Oh, those are his ears. Don't lose his ears. Yeah, those are his ears and his nose. Oh, wait, I lost an eye or something. Here we go. Anyway, they give you this so you can color the back and then do his ears like that. So you don't have to keep the little pieces if you don't want. You can take like a little black marker and I'll do it in a minute. You know, make the black right here and the pink for his nose and then the little pink for his ears if you want it. Yeah, I think I have a black marker in here. These, on the other hand, don't have a backing, so we're going to have, those are not as easy to use. I'm trying to get, I should have done them separately. I'm trying to get all this in the garbage can so that I don't lose all my pumpkin pieces. They stick. There we go. Now I got it. Now I got it. All right, and I do not have my alcohol markers in here either, but what I really wanted to do was to spray these pumpkins with that jack-o'-lantern orange mica spray. I'm going to leave all the eyes and pieces on here. I just want the pumpkins. All right, so I'm leaving all the eyes and everything on here. Normally, I would take a piece of tape and turn it upside down and put all the eyes and stuff on them, and I'll do that in a minute. Some of that Spellbinders tape. All right, I'm gonna put this up. Get this out of the way because we're getting that box out, my spray box. We're getting the spray box out and we're going to spray because I am dying to see what that orange looks like. And we're doing it right there on the, here we go. This is called Jack-o'-lantern. And you got to shake it up to where all that mica, if you were asking, am I frozen? Anyway, you've got to get all that mica off the bottom. So April, you said you had mica sprays. You got to really keep shaking until all that metallic comes off the bottom. And forgot to unwrap this. There we go. All right. I have been dying to see what this jack-o'-lantern looks like. I'm assuming it just looks like an orange. But, well, yeah, I definitely should have opened these beforehand. But you can tell I just got them. I mean, just got them. All right. So we're going to spray these pumpkins. I have a feeling I'm lagging. I hope I'm not. But I hope that you can still, if you can still see me, if I'm still going, will you comment? All right, here we go. Spraying the pumpkin. Ah! That one got a blob on his nose. There we go. And I might should have done a little bit of the yellow too, but I want to see what the straight jack-o'-lantern does. So we're going to give that some time to dry. or not, or we're going to pick it up and play with it. All right, now I'm not seeing the metallic in that. Maybe it will come out as it dries. So I'm going to set this off to the side now so it can dry. And then I got this one. I did spray some more purple on it. If you saw that video the other day, that one turned out really cool. That was that doily that I sprayed with the Decayed and the Wicked Elixir and that purple. I don't remember what the purple's called. But let's see. I don't have a black. Let's see. What do I want? Black hat. And I'm assuming the cat should be black. No. I think we're going to do, if we do a black cat, I think we're going to do a purple hat. And let's see what else. The purple is called Fortune Teller. Okay, I'm still going. All right. I wasn't sure. My internet is not real good back in this room, so I wasn't 100% sure. What color should I do the cat, you think? I do have the black in. Let me look. I have this Delusions, the black marble Delusions ink spray. I don't think I want a black cat and a black cat. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to use the Decay and the Iron Gate for my spider web. And I'm going to use the Fortune Teller for part of the hat anyway. And then, because this is that Fortune Teller. Isn't that pretty? That purple. So I'm thinking, and I don't have to spray the cat. I can do the cat with like my markers and shade him, and I might do that. I don't have my markers in here, but I just want it to spray the, mainly want it to do the hat and the spider web. Let's see. And all of this was because we were waiting on that journal page to dry, right? No, all of this was I was eager to play with my stuff. All right, so that's Decayed. And this is the Iron Gate. I have two hands. I can shoot two at the same time, huh? Yeah, if y'all haven't watched Lydia at February and June, she's got great videos. Her journals are so cute. They are so cute, so amazing. You do such a great job on your journals and all your printables and everything. I haven't quite gotten to that. I mean, I did these numbers, but y'all know I've shown you some of February and June stuff, her printables. They're just amazing. Your artwork is amazing. All right, so I have Iron Gate, which is more of a silver, and Decayed is kind of a silvery green. So I think I want a little bit of both. Because the spider web would be kind of silvery translucent, maybe. You know. You know. Okay. So kind of that silvery, but I wanted that little bit of not all silver in there. Okay. That was a lot. Hey, I didn't even wear any. Wow. All right, so I want this little piece. Should I do the whole hat in purple? What do y'all think? Tell me. Should I do the whole hat in purple or just the little brim? I'm thinking the little brim. I was thinking this cat had like the little witch's cape, but it doesn't. Now I'm confused. Because I probably will do the cat in black and do the yellow eyes. And then, but I love that purple metallic. All right, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing both of them in purple. And if I end up not liking it, I can always change it. What you think? You're like, just do it already. Here we go. Ah! All right. So we're going to sit this over and let this dry. Y'all, I have so many things laid out in my craft room that are laying there to dry. It's not even funny. I don't even know. Yeah. So the little spiders I'll just cut out of probably black cardstock. And maybe mist them a little bit like that silvery spray. I did have the black ink, but I'm not going to bother with that right now because I have got a mess and a half. The cat, I think I'll color with the markers. And I got overspray on them. You can tell. I don't know which spray it was, but anyway. So, all right. I'm going to go back to the journal because I'm making. And you can tell this spray stuff is not my comfort zone. It's not quite my comfort zone yet. So, and it definitely is hard to do in here and in this small space under the camera. So, I know a lot of people ask me why I don't film more of my card making, but there's a lot of steps to it, and there's a lot of, and I could do it with just some more like video editing. It's hard to do it like in real time. I have to wait for things to dry and, you know, that sort of thing. So, journaling real time is a little bit easier. All right, so this is the, I'm looking for the 16th, I think, because this was, yesterday was the 16th. I think I'll do it like that. What do you think? These numbers are really big. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. Kind of like it, something different. So, but I will, if they dry by the time we're done, I'll bring them back and let you see how this, I'm real curious to see, especially how that spider web's going to turn out. I'm real eager to see that. Alrighty. So, where is back to my glue stick? Back to my comfort zone. I feel fumbly when I'm working with the other stuff, you know, just because it's not what you're used to doing, you know. But you gotta start somewhere. Well, I say that as I knock over my glue sticks and, you know, pretty fumbly no matter what I'm doing, apparently. Okay. There we go. Saturday the 16th. At least I think. So, all right. We have, if you, let's see. Yes. I'm in Florida, yeah. Most of them will stay stuck. The only one I was really having trouble with was this Pen and Gear. Yes, the humidity here is hard on glue and everything. So yeah, it's really, really hard. Do you have a suggestion for that, Delana? If yeah, if anybody has a suggestion that would conquer the glue stick humidity battle, that would be awesome. All right, so we have, she got Caddy rolling again. Oh look, that ended up matching. I did print prompt week. I'm looking for, here we go, the other page that here we go. I was like, what did I do with it? This was the light that he fixed. And these are the peppers that I picked. I picked a bunch of peppers. I always think of pick a peck of pickled peppers. Probably not too far from me. Okay, yeah, I bet. Double-sided tape and roller adhesive. Yeah, I like Fabri-Tac too. Honestly, the glue stick in my journal, now for my card making, I use a liquid glue. Because if I need something to stick, if I need it to stay, it's got to be done with liquid glue for sure. Yeah. That, so you're used to that humidity too, aren't you? Yep. Aren't they pretty? I picked a whole bowl full of peppers yesterday. And he planted all the blackberries. I don't need both of these, but that was the bowl full. This was just the up-close picture of it. I zoomed in and... Anyway, we did work in the garden a lot yesterday. So, this page ought to come pretty. I don't have that much to put on my pages. I really don't. But, you know, we work with what we have, right? I don't want to use my art glitter. I would go through so much art glitter glue in my journal. I do have some double-sided tape. If it's something thicker, even in my journal, I'll use the art. You'll see me use the art glitter glue. That's what's in this bottle. If it's like a thicker cardstock that I'm putting down, you'll see that come out. But, anyway. Let's see. Printed this off because, oh, I did that. Fussy cut scissors. Yep, very similar. Do you have humidity there? Where you are? It's like that feeling of a wet blanket on you all the time. I just wonder what other, in other countries, what the climate's like. I mean, I get cold and hot, that sort of thing, but it makes me wonder what it's like. Okay, so I worked in my little raised beds where I'm going to have my lettuce. I planted a little bit of celery. Getting geared up for the fall garden. And then we ended up at the hospital last night because my sister went in the hospital. So we went to visit her. And she's doing okay. I hoping messaged her and told her she could get her phone to work from in the hospital to hop on the live. So if you're on, say hi. I don't know if she could get the internet there to work at the hospital though. Let's see, here we go. I think I might just use this picture and this picture. And then he worked on all the blackberries. I mean, I'm excited. Next year we ought to have some serious blackberries. They say that they're like this big. Not very humid here, I don't think. Can be if it's a hot, rainy day in the summer. Right. Okay, now we even have humid, cold days, you know? Or it's kind of that damp cold, wet cold. Anyway. Glue stick. Back to the glue stick. But I have not, at least the stuff that I've done in the last couple of years, I primarily was using the Scotch Create, this glue stick. And I wasn't having anything come back up. I'm trying to use these because I have them. Yeah, step outside, it takes your breath. Yeah. Yes, you are correct. My aunt had moved here from Wisconsin and Minnesota. And I think when she moved here, she got rid of all her like sweaters and things like that, thinking it wasn't going to be cold. And she was very shocked, I think, because it's just such a different kind of cold. It's like a real damp cold. Alrighty, so let's see. We'll have Caddy there. I guess I kind of did this page backwards, didn't I? I think I have a little bit of the sniffles tonight. Do not know why. I apologize for that. Let's see. There, already did that. All right, well, I got 2 pages. Well, other than the writing. I don't have the writing done, obviously. But I got the stuff glued down. So that's half the battle. Well, let's see. How long have I been yakking? Let me look to see how long I have been yakking. A little over an hour. Alrighty. I don't plan on doing this for a long time tonight. I don't think I have, I don't think my hip is going to let me go too much further tonight. Definitely not like that there. Yeah. Old and damp. Yeah, it's kind of the same, at least in the cold. That cold damp, you know, an old house. That's kind of like what humidity does, I think. It's just kind of that damp to your bones, you know, cold. But, all right, I'm going to be tired of this color by the time I'm done, but it's on here and I'm not going to waste it, right? So we're just going to smush it down. Whatever color comes out, comes out. I don't think I'm going to attempt to do Friday's page. I just want to use this ink. Before I, oh, well, good job. I just blobbed it all together. That's all right. That's all right. You can barely see it. It had been pretty watered down, though. All right. So where did my little paper towel go? Anybody else that's discombobulated in their craft room? I have, I don't think I cleaned up from that when I did that last video with all the sprays and I had all the boxes sitting everywhere drying. So I don't think I ever recovered from that. So that's not helping. I really had planned on cleaning the room today, and that kind of got thwarted by my hip this morning. So, look at this squirrel. Can you see how his paw's just hanging down? He's laying on a branch of a tree outside at the clinic, the desk I sit at where I work. He's like a stalker squirrel. He just sits there and stares at us. I'm assuming that he can see us, but anyway, I like my yeah, quite late. 9:30. It is 8:35 for me. I'm on Central Time, so it's not too late, other than I haven't eaten dinner yet. My stomach says it's late, so I might have to wrap this up here shortly. Yeah, isn't he cute though? And he's just laying with his paws over, hanging off the branch, and he sits there and just, it looks like he's looking at us through the window. Now, my husband said he might be looking at himself, so I haven't gone outside and around to the other side to see if perhaps if there's like mirror on the window, like that film. I have no idea if there is, but anyway, he is precious though. Too cute. Here is the ink pad, the Salvage Patina ink pad. And I don't know where, yeah, I don't know where my normal little ink tin is. This is like blues and purples. I was gonna just do, this one is so juicy. It's like, it's so full, it leaks, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Hi, Nicola. Oh, London. Wow. Can't sleep, so journaling. Well, I'm glad that you found us and that you're joining us. I am oh, a little fox baby. Wow. Oh, how precious. Where was the fox? Where was the baby? I would love, I'd say that. I was going to say I would love to see a little fox baby, but I don't necessarily know that. I don't know. Are they mean? Are fox mean? I guess they can be. Are they aggressive? I don't know. Can be a nuisance. So out of your house? Wow. Some squirrels or fox, Delana? Uh-oh, I hear all the sirens coming. Somebody did something. And it wasn't me. We joke around about the journal police. Maybe they're real. Yeah, that sounds like several. I don't know if you can hear them or not. We hear so many. Okay, squirrels, yes. Delana, were you on here when I was talking about the squirrel, the thing my husband built today? It's, I have these raised beds. I never did finish that. Have these raised beds, and he's building this like box thing to go on top of it. So this is just PVC. This is just the frame, and he's gonna put wire around all the way around and on top, because we planted like 40 something broccoli last year, and the squirrels ate every bit of it. Now I didn't believe that they would do that because I like my little squirrels. But we caught them on camera, and it was them the whole time. And I was so upset because I think the squirrels are so cute. But anyway, they are not getting my broccoli this year. I do know that. So that's that. I think that I'm just playing at this point. Let's see, I'm back to Thursday, and that's Wednesday. I like that background a lot, though. Okay, hey, April, we were talking about oxide inks. This is an oxide ink. And see how it's got a little bit more of an opaque look to it than, say, this. Does that make sense? That's the same, well, it's not the same color. Here, I'm going to do one background in a Distress Oxide. Let's see. I'll do this one. I only have one color of an oxide in here, and I'll do it on this one. So, just so you can see the difference. We don't have, we live in too populated of an, we have too much traffic. The deer, we don't have a deer problem. We see a few bunnies every once in a while. Of course, I started my garden because of a bunny. I wanted to feed the bunny. I had a bunny in my house. I mean, he was my pet. My husband got me a bunny for Christmas one year, and he got more than he bargained for because he did not know that the bunny was going to live in the house. So, see how it's a little milkier? We were using chalkier, but I don't know that she's still on. I haven't seen her chime in a while, but I was just going to show April the difference. Yeah. Wow. That's cool. I would love to have deer on my, I know that they can destroy a garden though, but I would love to watch them. Yeah, this is much chalkier. I haven't done a background with a oxide ink in a long time. They're pretty though. But yeah, my husband has waged war against the squirrels as far as not getting the broccoli. Now, we feed the squirrels in our backyard, but we don't want them eating in our garden. So we are kind to our squirrels, but in return, they eat all of our broccoli. So, anyway. Well, I think that I might have to go eat dinner, so I think I have done everything that I set out to do anyway. And I'm going to have to clean this room before I do another page or make another video because it's... Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. Yeah, wait. That was what I was doing for this morning. But I wanted to see if our stuff that we sprayed is dry. Probably not, but it might be dry enough that we can peek at it. That's gonna look neat. Can you see the shine on it? That was Iron Gate and a little bit of Decayed, just to kind of give it that yellowish green tint to the gray, or that silver. I thought that would be the closest to like a translucent color that I had. And then here's the little hat. I don't know if I want that hat, the whole hat purple, but isn't it cute? So I'll cut another one, and I may do, if I do the purple hat, I might do like an orange band or a green band, probably green. And if I do a black hat, I'll do that purple band. But I think that'll look cute. Now let's check out the pumpkins. Let's see how they turned out. That one, I must not have shaken that well. I don't know. It is a little bit metallic, but it's not very metallic. It definitely is orange. Yeah, I'm wondering if I shook that well enough. Or maybe I sprayed it too close. I don't know. It's pretty, though. Those are going to be really cute. Let me get some white paper. These are going to be cute stacked. I think they're supposed to fit in each other. Well, it doesn't really... Oh, you can do them separately or stacked, I guess. I didn't cut... I mean, I didn't get the little stems. But I was just going to stack them like that. And then put the stem on the top. I thought that would be cute on that... I don't know, on anything, really. So, yeah, I like that color. That's the jack-o'-lantern mica spray. And the other was, the purple was fortune teller. Alrighty. Well, I think that with that, I'm going to wrap this up unless, is there anybody else want to see anything specific? Because if you do, we can make that happen, I think. I'm not sure who all's still with me here. I got out my washies. I'm going to tip this in. This is such a sweet picture. It's so sweet. Those are my babies. Not quite ready to dig into my fall washi exactly. It's not, it was 98 degrees here yesterday. It was not like fall at all. But if I keep wishing, I like this one. Let's see what I have in here. A thin one, but I want one. She loves like muted colors. Well, thank you, Lydia. Yeah, I'm glad that you got to stop by, or you know, we'll stop by Hangout. And I'm just gonna wash this down while I'm thinking about it. But anyway, I think, is this my first live by myself, or did I do another one? If I have, it's only been one. And it's definitely different when you have somebody else on it, because you can kind of, you know, kind of talk back and forth, and you have somebody, if you, I don't know, there's two people to have conversation, I guess. And I forget to look at the comments sometimes. But I think I've done better tonight. There. Got that one washed down. And yeah. So I think that that's going to be a wrap for tonight. And y'all have a wonderful rest of your, well, it's probably not weekend for a lot of you. Have a great rest of your day, regardless of what day it is. And I hope that you're all getting something done in your craft room, either journal or cards or whatever you make. And I thank you for stopping in and hanging out with me tonight. And I hope that, yeah, thank you. Thank you. You'll be seeing more of the sprays, I'm sure. I don't know how much of it I'm going to use in my journal, but I really love how this background turned out. And that was done with the sprays and a stamp. So I'm really liking that a lot. But y'all have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.